Let's take you back to the Central African Republic's crisis. And African leaders began talks in Chad's capital, N'Djamena, on Thursday to tackle the ongoing sectarian violence in C.A.R. The special summit of the 10-nation Economic Community of Central African States was convened by Chad's President Idriss Déby, who chairs the regional organization. Now, the C.A.R's interim president, Michel Djotodia, is thought to be facing pressure to step down amid frustration at his failure to end the conflict in his country. Let's get more analysis now on the situation there in C.A.R. and the summit in Chad. We're joined live from our Johannesburg studios by Andre Roux, a research fellow with the Institute for Security Studies Specializing on Peacekeeping and Conflict Management, also an analyst on the C.A.R. Andre, thanks for joining us. So why should the regional body ECAS demand the stepping down of one of their own, that of course being Michel Djotodia?
Well, the situation with President Djotodia, he was not elected democratically. He took control of that country through the barrel of a gun. He's lost control of that gun. He is now a divisive influence. He has no mandate from the people. So he has little legitimacy. And he has allowed the situation to deteriorate to what is now a level 3 humanitarian crisis. So I think the support from the ECAS region for him as president is very little. And in fact, I think it's overwhelmingly in support of him stepping down.
Andre, the conflict there in the C.A.R. has fallen along sectarian lines. So how would Djotodia's departure from office affect this conflict?
I think with, should he stand down, it will enable the country and the system of governance, what governance that there is left, to consolidate a bit more. He has a divisive influence. I think if he were to step down, the situation would not dramatically improve overnight, because the conflict is now on sectarian lines, it's on grassroots level. He has allowed the situation to deteriorate to this stage that we're in, which is an absolute crisis. I think that the best situation is that he does step down, but it's not going to dramatically influence the situation in the short term.
So then, Andre, in your view, what steps need to be taken to restore C.A.R. back to stability?
The immediate crisis now is both a security and a humanitarian crisis. We need more peacekeepers, and specifically peacekeepers with robust capabilities. MISCA, the AU-led force, they're supported by the UN. They have 4,000 peacekeepers on the ground and then 1,600 French. But those 4,000 under MISCA have little equipment in terms of support, logistics, armored personnel carriers. There's a major difference in trying to do securitization and patrols behind the protection of an armored personnel carrier, bulletproof, versus on the back of a 4x4 when you can get ambushed and shot at. The first priority is therefore stabilization, getting in more troops up to the full strength and getting in capabilities that the mission can operate more effectively. It's very fragmented at the moment and lacks capacity. In addition to that, the humanitarian crisis is ongoing. World Food Programme will run out of supplies and funding by February at this current rate. You need international support. You need specifically additional humanitarian assistance and aid. And I think between those two issues, securitization, having more and more capable peacekeepers, and a greater effort along the humanitarian line to save lives, because this is what it's all about at the moment, is saving lives. Those are the two main priorities that we need in the Central African Republic.
All right, Andre Roux, live for us there in Johannesburg. Thanks for joining us, Andre.